What tips would you have to help Kylie and the kids make sure that cat...
Look, I tell Jason, my fellow Ohio boy, you know, it's happy wife, happy kids, happy life. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do.
Nick Lachey, always a pleasure. I feel like we're catching you in a real sweet spot right now, coming off the Perfect Match finale and heading back to the pods on Love is Blind in just a few weeks. How are you enjoying this in-between time this summer?
I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, we just got back from a family vacation. The kids are getting ready to start school again, which is good for mom and dad. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a good time. Yeah,
love it. So we have one Perfect Match couple still going strong. AD and Ollie engaged, expecting a baby, and they're from the LAB universe. So love to see it. But are you surprised they're the only ones still together from this season?
You're in it to win it. Let's turn up and hook up. Oh. I can never let my dad watch this program.
You know what? I'm not surprised. You know, it's the sensibility of Perfect Match is a little lighter than some of the other shows that Vanessa and I do together with Love is Blind or Ultimatum. You know, it really is about having a good time, and everyone kind of comes ready to have a good time. Not that you're not going to find your perfect match, and certainly that's the goal and the end goal. And that's why I'm thrilled for AD and Ollie. I mean, I fell in love with AD on Love is Blind, and was certainly, you know, ecstatic to see how happy they are together, and to hear they're, you know, expecting. I just actually saw her when I did her podcast a few weeks ago, and she looks great and is doing great. So, yeah, I mean, it's an unexpected treat when something like that comes out of Perfect Match. But I certainly don't go into the season necessarily expecting that. You know, I just my kind of mantra with that show is everyone have a good time, let's have some fun, give it your all. You know, be open and honest, and see what comes of it. So when that is the kind of cherry on top, it's a good season.
Love it, because it's ultimately a game show, right? So we're still here for the drama.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's always some good drama on that show. But I'm always look at all the credit goes to the cast and the people who come to be a part of that. They really do play ball and kind of put the more you put yourself into any show, really, but that show, the more you give yourself to the show and really go for it, the more fun it is, and the better, you know, the season turns out. So all credit goes to them.
Love it. Any pivots or changes in approach you might think in future seasons?
You know, we talked about some subtle format changes maybe that we'll try and tweak a little bit. I think, you know, any good idea, you can make it better and tweak it, and so we'll see if that ever, you know, comes to fruition. But yeah, all in all, it's been so much fun for me to be a part of that show, and we have a great time together. All 3 seasons have been a blast for me, and great people to work with, from crew on down to cast, and so hopefully we get a chance to do some more.
Yeah, I love it. And you get some solo beach vibes on Perfect Match, which I'm sure is really fun. You'll be back with Vanessa when LIB returns. You've said that hosting a dating show with your wife has actually been like therapy for you two.
Yes.
Did you ever expect to be gaining useful marriage insight through this experience? And what's the most surprising thing you've learned about yourselves? Observing and guiding these couples.
It's funny because we first got involved with Love is Blind. It was like, well, hey, you host, I host. Why are we not hosting together? And so we kind of approached it from that perspective, and never in a million years did we think Love is Blind would turn into what it's turned into, and certainly didn't expect the kind of side benefit of it, which is that when you're talking to people about relationships, you know, so often, and you're giving your insight, it's almost like, well, wait a minute, we're trying to impart our wisdom on them. Are we doing these things?
Should we follow our own advice?
So it really, you know, subconsciously, it's like, okay, we need to practice what we preach a little more. It's just the more you talk about it, the more you address issues with other people and give your insights or what have you, the more it makes you kind of think about, okay, well, I need to be doing those things in my own life. And so, yeah, it's been a great therapy for she and I, and honestly, it's a great getaway too. We get to travel together and be together, and it's always good to spend one-on-one time together. It's usually chaos with 3 kids. So that's a nice little side benefit to spend some one-on-one time together.
Awesome. Well, we know you're lending your romance expertise to a new venture. Tell us about your Purina collab and how you're hoping to help couples face the honestly not talked about enough issue of navigating pet allergies in a relationship.
Yeah, it's called the Live Clear, Love Clear series, and it's focusing on 3 real life couples who really have gone through this, trying to really it's about the struggle of negotiating allergens, cat allergens with dating, and that could be a real hang-up for people.
A deal breaker sometimes.
If you have sensitivity to cat allergens, or your partner does, that can quickly derail a relationship. I mean, it's a real buzzkill, if you will, if you're watery eyes, scratchy throat, all these things. It
Can't even walk in the front door.
It can really affect the way you look at a relationship. And then on the flip side, it's like, well, hey, this cat's not going anywhere. So either you can deal with it or you can't. So
the cat usually got there first.
Right. And then that's a lifelong companion. So I get the kind of dilemma, the conundrum that these people are. But if you take a couple, like I got a chance to talk to Michael and Sarah yesterday, one of the couples that's featured in the videos, and for Michael, he had a sensitivity to cat allergens. It was just miserable every time he would come spend the night at her house, and they live in Manhattan. He'd spend the night, and next day be worthless at work because he didn't sleep. And so I think it got to a place where he was like, man, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm really into this woman, but I don't know if this is going to work long term. And so the Purina ONE LiveClear food reduces the cat allergens simply by the cat eating the food, and reduces the allergens by 50%. So I mean, if you're in the position of having, these sensitivities, it's a no-brainer.
It's a win-win.
I mean, it's a win. It's not like it's a medicine. It's not like it's a shot.
The cat knows no different.
It's a food, and it takes that right off the table. I mean, relationships are hard enough, as we all know, in this world. Why complicate them even more with this? If you can take that off the table and simplify things a little bit, and then get to your true connection a little easier, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Well, I think we're going to love seeing you take this on with some real-life couples in this new series, but we've seen a major example of this playing out with the Kelseys and Taylor Swift on that New Heights episode.
Yeah. How do you feel about Jason telling his kids that cats are poisonous?
It was actually really a great challenge because as soon as I got the kids around the cats, it was my goal to prove to them that they weren't poisonous.
Maybe Jason and Kylie could benefit from your advice. What tips would you have to help Kylie and the kids make sure that cat...
Look, I tell Jason, my fellow Ohio boy, it's happy wife, happy kids, happy life. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. And again, it's a no-brainer. It's a food, and it takes the sensitivity right off the table. So look, if I was in his position, I absolutely say let's go for it, and let's go Purina ONE and LiveClear, and go from there.
Love it. Well, we know which team Taylor is on for sure, and you're a big sports fan.
Yeah.
Has Vanessa or the kids turned you on to the Swiftie universe as well? These worlds are colliding in a major way right now.
I have been a part of the Swiftie universe for let's see, been almost 2 years now. Saw her at SoFi, and then last summer we were traveling in Europe, and actually got a chance to see her at Wembley, which was amazing. And yeah, I mean, I'm stating the obvious. She puts on an incredible show. It's just an experience. The whole family enjoyed it. We had a blast, and I've had a chance to interview her before, and actually presented her with her very first AMA award back.
Wow, so taking it back.
I'm always going to hold that honor that I presented her with her very first American Music Award. But yeah, she's a legend, and I love Travis. He's a Cincinnati Bearcat. It's my team, so. Couldn't be happier for those two.
We need to say congrats on your 14th wedding anniversary with Vanessa.
Thank you, yeah.
Love to see that, and coming up on 20 years together.
That's crazy.
So congrats, but perhaps the other major long-term relationship in your life is with 98 Degrees, of course.
Yes, the dysfunctional marriage of 98 Degrees lives on. Yeah, no, it's amazing to think that it's been over 30 years. We literally got together a mile from here, here in North Hollywood. Corner of Vineland and Moore Park, and it's been a wild ride since 1995.
Amazing.
But here we are, still doing it. Yeah.
Well, we love seeing you and the guys put your Gen Z slang knowledge to the test recently with a little help from the kids.
That was pathetic.
Your oldest is 12 now. So who's more on the pulse with this stuff? You or Vanessa? Drew seemed pretty eager to chime in.
Mogging.
Mogging?
Mogging. Can we hear this in a sentence?
Yeah, I think Vanessa would definitely get the nod in terms of she's more savvy with this stuff than I'm old. I'm finding out more and more every day. I'm just old. I don't understand.
You're the dad.
I don't understand TikTok. I don't understand any of this stuff. I'm just old. I'm like the old grandpa who can't set the time on his VCR, and it's like that's how I feel. I don't understand any of this stuff anymore.
But you're embracing it.
I have to.
Yeah.
I'm not getting younger, so I have to embrace the fact that I'm old and clueless. That's just where I'm at.
Well, what about bringing it full circle with the kids? Do the kids listen to your music? How aware are they of your place in pop stardom history?
They're old enough now to come to shows and appreciate what we do, and I think they're still baffled that people actually pay to come see you and hear you sing, they'll tell me around that sing around the house, and they're like, Dad, stop. I'm like, my voice paid for this house, Dad. You appreciate that. So it's it is fun though to get to a point in life where your kids are old enough to that you're able to share this chapter of your career with them. It's a pretty cool thing.
I love it. and loving the new album, getting to revisit some of those classics too. 2000 nostalgia is so strong right now. Looking back, what sticks out to you the most about that time and how pop culture has evolved since, now that you've got young kids who are kind of getting ready to start experiencing their own version of that 25 years later?
I don't know if it was just my naivete back then, but it just seemed like such a kinder, gentler time in life, in the economy, in the country, in the world. I think it's why it's so appealing for everyone to kind of harken back to those days, and music does that for us. It takes us back to where when we first heard that song, which is why I think people are so eager to have this nostalgic moment, because it was a kinder, gentler, nicer, funner, if that's a word, time. It was a special time for all of us who got to be a part of it, got to live it, got to create the music for it. So I think we're all very appreciative as artists and as fans, and the whole lot that we have those moments, and it's fun to go back and revisit them.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we're here to revisit anytime. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.